Hello, I'm Evan with New Life for Old Bikes. In this episode, we're going to look at a BMW bicycle. You heard that correctly, a BMW bicycle that I picked up last weekend in Atlanta. As you can tell, it's rather ugly looking. The paint job has seen better days. It had been in a wreck and the owner left it sitting outside. Up to this point, I've done several things. I took off a very bent derailleur. I've serviced the rear wheel. The reason I serviced the rear wheel is the rear axle was bent and I needed to swap that out. If you need to see how to service wheel bearings, I have two videos that have that in it. One is New Life for Old Bikes, servicing wheel bearings. The other one is New Life for Old Bikes, rebuilding Charlotte Schwinn. 2 days ago, before I started working on this, I used penetrating oil on all the fasteners. Amazingly, the bottom bracket, which was frozen up, came loose. As I started working on this bike, I became concerned that this was truly a BMW. After all, it has a no-name freewheel on the back, it has no-name brakes, it has steel crank arms, the frame is steel, and overall it just doesn't strike me as the quality level of something that would have the name BMW on it. The last thing which I nearly forgot to mention is the head badge says BOW on it. Needless to say, I'm rather concerned that this isn't a real BMW bicycle. Do you know anything about BMW bikes? Did BMW make a BMW Power GX760 or a G760X? Let me know in the comments below. Anytime you have a bent derailleur, a bent axle, or the wheel doesn't line up in the frame, the first thing you should do is check to verify that the frame is actually straight. In order to do that, all you need is a piece of string and a ruler. All you need to do is tie a piece of string from the dropout on one side of the bike around the head tube on the front. The head tube is where the handlebar stem and the fork connect. It's on the front of the bike. And to the dropout in the same exact spot on the other side. As long as the measurement from the frame to the string is identical on both sides, your frame is straight. Once we've determined the frame is straight, we've got to determine whether or not the dropouts are square to each other. Anyway, what I've done here is I've cut a piece of threaded rod in two. I have 2 nuts and 2 washers, and I've bolted one in each dropout. Again, this is where the axle of the bicycle goes through. And all I'm going to do is bend the dropouts. The reason I'm able to do this is because this is a steel frame. If this had been aluminum, I would break it doing this. Now they're parallel to each other and the wheels should go right in the frame with no problem. Next, we're going to reinstall, or in this case, install another derailleur. I've taken this off a parts bike and it's not the greatest in the world, but I'm not sure again that this is a real BMW. So I don't want to spend a huge amount of money on parts. Pull the shifter cable through the barrel adjuster and tighten it up in the cable clamp. Make sure that your cable is not slack. In other words, make it snug but not tight. When you pull the cable tight, make sure that the shifter is in the highest gear. In other words, this has 7 speeds on the back and this is in 7th gear. All right, we work. The tire now spins freely and is centered nicely in the frame. The worst thing I could say about it is there's a cut in the sidewall and tread on the tire, and this tire will have to be replaced. Before you install the chain, make sure your front derailleur is on the smallest chain ring and your rear derailleur is on the smallest cog on the gears. Go in front of the top gear. And behind the bottom cog on the derailleur. That ought to be about right. I'm using a chain brake tool to remove a link from this chain. Line up the pin on the tool with the rivet and simply push it on through. It's that simple. I'm going to use the same chain brake tool to reinstall the pin back into the chain. Looks good. At this point, I'm kind of on the fence as to whether or not I want to save this bike and restore it, or whether I want to use it for parts. Is it a real BMW? I don't know. I've gone ahead and put a good used tire on the back, and I've serviced the crank or bottom bracket. I'm going to take it for a test drive and see what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget, like and subscribe.